from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will take the field first. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take... Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Reese. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams... This game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Punt is in the air. Wants to bring it back. Quick step and go. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So Texas A&M's offense will get the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these.
Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to... lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Defense gave them a free one on that one. It's now 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick completion to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got it in the middle, it's Reese. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed it.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Right back to the well. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. He's got it on the run. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target.
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Plucks it out of the air.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Wagner. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Runs through a tackle.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The Red Wolves with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Takes the easy completion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Red Wolves with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. On the move at the 30. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. Just about picked off in the end zone, and that would have put a stop to this scoring threat. Instead, it'll be second down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Wagner. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Aggies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Picked up 6 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Big fullback's got it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. Clock ticking down in the first half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back open in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Red Wolves want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. Unloads it downfield. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Red Bulls! Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half? The lead with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. To the air on second down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Jonesboro when that town is buzzing as it is today.
And the Red Wolves will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had...
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets...
Ready to fire from the pistol. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Grab near the marker. It's Reese. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the running back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Complete to the left. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. The Red Wolves are flying down the field. Off-play action on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves! They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Finds his back in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
On the play. Second down coming up.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Wagner. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gives it on the option. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the...
Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
Grab behind the line. It's Reese. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.